Okay, so for today's little tip, I'm gonna do a little breakdown of the Dolphins depth chart. I'm gonna show you guys where I put my players at and why, and let's get into it. First off, Matt Moore and Chad Henne, they're pretty close to identical to each other. I feel like Matt Moore doesn't miss. He's a better at throwing the medium passes and stuff like that. So I start him. Reggie Bush is my starting running back, and Steve Slayton's my second string running back because I like speedy guys. But why is Daniel Thomas so good with a 74 overall rating? If you've played against him or you've used him, he's really good, and I'll show y'all why. First off, he's got 87 trucking and 93 stiff arm. But if you press at the LS press down on the left stick, we can go and look at a whole new thing. He only braces against big hitters. So if you're not a big hitter, he's probably going to truck you or stiff arm or something like that, and he fights for extra yards, which is really says a lot because the other running backs in this team don't fight for extra yards. It's just a good thing to have if you have a running back that fights for extra yards, because he'll break those tackles. So basically, he is going to only brace against big hitters, and he's going to fight for extra yards. So arm tackles and little guys aren't going to cut it. I keep Charles Clay at fullback, and for my wide receivers, I have Brandon Marshall as my starter and Devon Best as my second string guy. And basically, it's just the exact order that the normal lineup would be, except I put Steve Slayton in at fifth string, so when I go 5 wide, I'll have extra speed in there, and it'll be real tough to stop. But the reason why I keep Devon Best, even though Hartline is just as fast and 6'2", 4 inches taller, keep Devon Best in there, because if you press left stick for him, his consistency is 4 stars out of 5, and his confidence is 3. Even Brandon Marshall's consistency is 2 stars less, and everybody else is going to be about 1 star. So really hard to come by. He's super consistent. He doesn't drop the open passes, and he makes sideline catches. So he's super consistent. If you get him the ball, he's going to catch it. Anthony Fasano, basically, he just fights for extra yards. And I put Charles Clay in as my backup tight end, because he's actually pretty quick, and he can catch passes out of the flats. He's not much of a blocker. I keep my offensive line the same pretty much. For left end, I've done some work, because from what I can tell in Madden, defensive lines can really take over games. I mean, if you're playing against a really good defensive line, they could just take over at any point, and it just feels like there's nothing you can do to stop them. So I've tried to utilize that by coming in here, and yes, I have Cameron Wake in at my right end. Even though he's a 93 overall outside linebacker, I come and put him in here at right end, and I'll show you why. His finesse move is 98, and his block shedding is 95. If he's single blocked, he's going to get through really easy. That means dime coverage. You're going to get, and you crash your line one way or the other way, he's going to get through really quick. He's not going to be single blocked. And I put him at left end, so he'll be on the opposite side of the left tackle, which are usually a little quicker. And at left end, I have Kendall Langford, who is more of a bull rusher. You can press left stick on Wake and see that he utilizes the swim move and the spin move, and he has a really high motor. 3 stars for consistency and confidence, so that's what you're really looking for. And then we have 91 overall Starks at the right end at defensive tackle, and we have Solio, or whatever his name is. He's 87 overall. So we have a really solid, really good defensive line, and really solid linebackers with Jason Taylor starting at left outside linebacker, and Carlos Dansby at middle linebacker, and Koamisi at the other outside linebacker position. And you're not going to miss Cameron Wake too much. I just want you to think about this question right here. How often do you put outside linebackers on receivers for coverage? Just think about that. Think about your 46 defense. You're going to use the speed package. Dime has 4 cornerbacks, no, just a middle linebacker. Just think about it. Think about how much you're going to really miss Cameron Wake at the outside linebacker spot versus putting him in and letting him be a 97 overall pass rusher and run stopper. And if you call the right defense, these guys will stop the run, no problem. At cornerback, Sean Smith, he has some freaky stats. He's 6'3" to start with. That's why he's my starter. And he's got good speed, but he's got 65 overall catching, 69 catching traffic, 75 spectacular catch, and 96 jump. And he's 6'3". So he's going to shut down that number 1 receiver that everybody likes to throw the deep ball to. He's going to be able to play it really well. And his man coverage and zone coverage isn't that bad. And he plays the ball in the air aggressive. He's very aggressive when the ball's thrown, which is also another big thing. He'll jump routes. I like cornerbacks that are aggressive because if you bump and run with aggressive cornerbacks, they'll jump routes. Makes it really tough to throw the ball on them. That's another key factor. With these cornerbacks, you can play bump and run. And with that defensive line, they're going to get pressure. Will Allen is my second string guy by default. He's really conservative. Doesn't have a high motor either. So I'm not real big on him, but he makes plays. He's there when you need him. He's consistent. And Vontae Davis, I have him at third string because most people's first read is the slot receiver. He's aggressive. He's got a high motor. So I put him in there at the third string to shut down the slot, shut down people's first reads. And I chose Jimmy Wilson because he's aggressive versus Nolan Carroll, who's not aggressive. He's just balanced. Nolan Carroll is faster, but it just seems like Jimmy Wilson makes plays for me. He's got decent man coverage, and he'll make that pick if you need him to. He's got a high motor, so he's all over the field. And then just for safeties, I got Chris Clemens and Jeremiah Bell, just like usual. And Clyde Gates is going to be returning the balls for me because he's 94 speed, 95 acceleration. His elusiveness is 87. Spin move 83, 91 juke. I mean, poor carrying, but he's got really good jukes. He's real elusive. You can utilize that with his kick returning. And Devon Best because he's also a stud, real consistent, and he's got good jukes as well. Not as good as Clyde Gates though, but decent. You can put Reggie Bush in though if you want to use these guys. This is my team right here. This is who I play with. Reggie Bush punt returning. These guys are really tough to beat. Defensively, tough to score points on. Put them in the right positions. If you put these guys in the right positions to win, you're gonna win a lot of games. So y'all try this out. Set your roster up like that. And let me know how it works out for you. Subscribe, comment, like it, whatever. Send me a message, hit me up. Peace.